What's happening, sports fans? Welcome to the playoff edition of San Diego Prep Insider. I am Christian Pedersen here in studio. We go to the big board. That's right. We have a fancy big board now. We have Bodie De Silva there from Scorebook Live. Bodie is the San Diego CIF section reporter for Scorebook Live, who's the digital content provider for the entire state. But we care about the San Diego CIF section, especially now because it's basketball time. Bodie, all of the brackets are out, open through 5. I mean, realistically, I just want to do an entire show on Christian and Cathedral Catholic getting another matchup. I mean, that just seems like the greatest possible of what's good in the playoffs. But we have your face next to the brackets. All the brackets will also be available on Scorebook Live, on the CIF SDS website, at Prep Insight. They're everywhere. You can find them. If this computer thing does not work out, our apologies. It's the first time doing this. We're learning. But Bodie, let's start with Open. I know I have Division I there on the page, but I'll go to Open and let's start with that game. Let's start with Cathedral Catholic. As I close out one of our ads, I apologize. Look, folks, we're making this technology work as we go here. So, Bodie, hit me with Cathedral Catholic and Christian. What do you see in this game?
Yeah, so obviously the third time they've played this year. They played 3 other times last year, so at this point, they're familiar with each other. We've seen Christian win the last 2 games they've played at home, and then Cathedral's held serve when they've been at home. So I would expect Cathedral to win, but it's definitely not what you'd expect from a first-round 1-8 game. Christian has shown they can match up with them, but I think Cathedral at home, this is a time when they're going to come together, I would think, at least, and I would think they'll take down this first round game. But playing a team 3 times, especially the 2 of them being in league, it's tough to match up again and kind of get ready to see someone you've seen that much recently.
If you guys want full in-depth predictions, please go check out Bodie's article at Scorebook Live. He did great work on all of this. We're going to provide a little bit more of the catchy, clickbaity reaction type stuff. So, Bodie, if I had to ask you the rest of the Open Division playoffs, are you going to take you got one of 2 choices. Are you going to take all the favorites will win, so Foothills, Torrey Pines, Saints, or that you think that there's a chance for 2 out of 3 of those at least to be upsets? Are you going with or against the spread?
Yeah, I would go with the favorites in this case. I just think that home court advantage means a lot. But as you said, the 4-5 game, another one where they're playing for the third time. And in their case, they just played on Friday. So there's going to be a week between them playing again. Torrey Pines and Poway, this was the same game last year, the 3-6, Torrey Pines hosting. They played each other this year. The only one that hasn't played is Saints and Mater Dei, but Mater Dei is a team that matches up size-wise. So I would go with the favorites, but I don't think any of the results would really shock me.
Certainly not. Those games, as you can see there on the board, February 21st. That's when these will get underway. Again, if you guys want to go check out more in-depth stuff, you can talk to Bodie at SD Preps on Twitter, on Instagram at Scorebook Live. We also have Full-Time Hoops, who's a great source for this. We're going to keep this kind of digestible bite size as we go through all the divisions. Bodie, give us any closing notes you got here on division or on the Open Division while I call up the Division I playoff brackets for everybody to take a look at.
Yeah, I mean, I may think that the favorites are going to move on, but as we saw last year, Saints was the 2 seed, lost first round. It's really tough to predict, and especially this year, I think there's so much parity 1 through 8. Christian, a team that just beat Cathedral, so I'll roll with the favorites, but anything's possible really in this bracket.
All right, so up on the